2 character traits. Guys, approachable guys call you not like the other girls and use you to heal their own trauma, but they also make it worth your while. People may scoff at anything they can't explain, but not you. Your friends call you a witch, and you know that because the owls have told you. Don't look. You have died doing the things you do before breakfast. Somehow you may have made it this far, so you probably survived this as well. I'll choose dumb luck. Everyone who thinks you're cute is gravely mistaken. You like breaking into stuff, and you've gotten scary good at it. Come back to that. You have been through a lot, and sometimes it shows. You never quite now when you might lash out. Well, no, now when you might lash, okay. But you know it'll happen eventually. No. You may not look like it, but there's ancestral strength in your muscles. You lift stuff that other girls call guys for, and those guys call another guy with a crane. I feel like approachable might be useful, so yeah. Deep inside, you always knew you would end up on a Greyhound one day, leaving the city with no real destination in mind. Not just leaving it, but leaving it behind. For good, for better or worse, as long as you get out. You feel nothing about your choice and everything about the prior years that led to it. But the longer you stare out the window, the less certain you become. You saw the sign that said you are in Louisiana. But other than that, you have no idea where you are. You're headed for nowhere in particular, but nobody is waiting for you there. Back in the city, you always feel like you were someone. You had good friends, a good job, and a good enough boyfriend who probably would have proposed to you within the year. And one day it all came crashing down on you, and now you are free. With all that entails. You used to be just one of many, now you are none of many. You used to be a fish in the sea, now you are a plankton in a gray whale's belly. You smile dimly as you think about how scared you always were to get on one of these, and how scared you suddenly are to get off eventually. You step off the bus and look around the parking lot, studying the sea of tired faces as if they could provide you the answers to your questions. None of them even look at you in the eyes. Nobody dares to stare back at you like you were staring at them. Probably pity these poor souls. You weren't so busy feeling pity for yourself. At least these people know where the bus was supposed to take them. For them, the journey is over. For you, it was just a creepy part of the journey that led you to the scary part of asking strangers for a ride. And so you study the sea of empty faces for those who shuffle off towards their cars, studying them in hopes to find someone less creepy than most. Maybe luck shines on you a little, unless you find a cute couple who joke and laugh and playfully touch each other's arms. Who don't mind taking on a stranger who doesn't even know where she is going. Excuse me, would you? No? Okay, have a good trip. Look, I know this is weird, but... No, okay? Sorry to bother you. Far too soon, the parking lot is fully vacant, apart from you and an empty paper cup that rolls through the street about as aimlessly as you feel. Walk over to pick it up, then toss it into the trash bin. It was all such a stupid idea to begin with. What were you even thinking? Not only was the plan doomed to fail, now you even put yourself in real danger. All alone out here, and for what? And why? Just because you could suddenly no longer stand the idea of your life going well? Just because you looked at the guy who kissed your neck and made you breakfast and you no longer saw yourself in the reflection of his eyes? Or was it because your boss had just recently hinted at a possible promotion and all but admitted that he couldn't stand your direct rival either? Maybe it was just because your two best friends were talking about getting married now that their first kid was on the way. Or maybe it was just all of it and everything, the sum of being everything everyone had always wanted you to be. And now you are dangerously close to where your teacher predicted you would end up. At least you're an alcoholic like she had told you would become. That's something, at least. What on earth are you doing out here at this time of the night? I like the way he looks. His jacket's nice. His nice little, I think, ring, but I like the atmosphere and everything so far. You look up, too confused where the strange man has come from to even find the time to be afraid of him. I wish I knew the answer to that. The man looks at you with a strange look in his eyes. You would probably be afraid of his intense stare if there wasn't so much worry in his eyes. He doesn't look like a predator. Then again, people who don't are always the worst. Are you okay? Do you need medical attention? Did something happen to you? I'm sorry, I'm probably not the right person to ask you this, but I'm also the only person out here. No, I'm fine, you don't look fine to me. You look like you sit in an empty bus stop at this godforsaken hour. You don't look like you belong here. That's because I don't. Kinda got on the bus to see where it would take me. Took me here. Man carefully approaches you, but doesn't come near enough to sit next to you or anything, really. He simply studies you. No, I won't even ask, because I know you won't answer me. And why would you, right? Right? But I can still help you if you want. I'm Ray, by the way. Ray McCaw. Charlie? Look up at him, weary of his caution as he tries to avoid overstepping. He seems too good at easing your mind, and that scares you more than anything else could. What's it to you, where I spend my night? Nothing and everything. I don't care about you any more than I care about everyone else around here, but that doesn't mean I don't care at all. I have lived here all my life, and I have seen too many people die. You can't help but a tiny wry smile at this weird man and his weird dedication to helping you out when no one else would. Tell you what, there's a gas station just 2 miles down this road. That's where I'm headed. Really? This time of night? At this time of night is literally the busiest place you could find around here. Which means that there will be exactly one guy there. Ben. He chuckles slightly, and you hate how contagious his laughter is. Ben's the owner, and well, he also runs a small motel there, so you'll find a place to sleep. Oh, well, I guess that's good. On foot, you probably wouldn't make it. By car, it's no more than 10 minutes. 9 if I drive, like the sheriff is after me. So come on, I get that you don't have any reason to trust me, but it's really not safe to be alone out here. You give the man a long, hard look, but all he does is look sincere. Where is it? Why the hell was that so loud? Okay. Okay, mind you, that was loud, so if you play this, and just remember that part. Turn your volume down, please. Think about on this offer. Get up slowly, cautious, but also unable to deny that you really need some help. I only hope that I won't regret this. Thank you, make sure you don't. 10 minutes, you can check your watch. What if it takes us 11? If that happens and your first coffee in Galloway is on me. Deal. But someone told you that Ray isn't much of a betting man. Your mind fights the urge to relax in Ray's calm presence, but your body kinda does it for you. You lean against the window and stare out, watching the world pass you by. And you cannot help a certain calmness mixing with your paranoia. And before long, you see the gas station lights in the distance, a dim glow in the morning fog. Hey, Ben. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, Reverend. What are you doing up so late? And in such good company. Reverend. Huh. Don't tell me you kept that from her. Didn't come up just yet. Good to see you finally getting back into the game, Ray. Ben, could you not? Nobody's getting back into no game. I just picked her up at the bus stop. You don't have to tell me anything. Keep that for confession. Ben, I'm telling you, I picked her up. I'm not picking her up. Jesus Christ. No, Ray, I don't bring him up. You always talk about him as if you know him. If you came to the church more often, you would get a chance to know him. Yeah, maybe I'll do that sometime. No, you won't. You know me, preacher. I'm not much of a praying man. No, you are a man who rents out rooms, and Charlie here needs a place to stay. That can be arranged as long as she can pay. Can you? I may not have made all that too many smart choices lately, but I have some savings left at least. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You have number 114. Just cleaned it this morning. What happened to that guy? What's his name? Don't have the slightest clue. Gave him the keys back? Well, he gave me the keys back and left. It's not like I care, because I already have new guests for it, as it seems. Welcome to Galloway. Oh, shoot. My bad. We may be a small town, but we have a big heart. Jesus Christ, Ben. Save it for the big screen. What? You want me to be welcoming our guests properly, don't you? I always want more people to come to church, but not because they asked for a room and got lectured by a demon of a man instead. You are no fun, Reverend. That's what I keep hearing. Anyway, Charlie, I'll leave you to yourself now. You look like you need a couple of hours of sleep before you begin exploring our beautiful town. Do not hesitate to come and find me. The doors to my church are always open. Yes, because nobody ever walks in on their own free will. Bite me, Ben. I'd rather not, thank you. Who knows, I might just catch myself a bad case of the Holy Spirit. Good night, Charlie. I'm glad things turned out okay. Thanks again for giving me a ride. Thanks again for trusting me. I'm 9% sure that you can trust. You can also trust Ben, but I wouldn't push my luck if I were you. Hey, where do 10% come from? Yeah, what about the 10%? Because everyone knows that you are a creepy dude who volunteers for the night shift when he could just make his employees take it. Yeah, no, if scary demons have to kill someone in here, I would rather it be the old guy. Lucy still has her full life ahead of her. Look at you, suddenly caring about people other than yourself. Good night, preacher. And you? Charlie, was it? Right? Come with me, I'll show you your room. And don't mind my comments from earlier. I didn't mean no harm. Preacher man's always so uptight. Can't resist teasing him when he comes in with some eye candy on his arm. No offense. None taken. Great, that's settled then. I won't bother you, but you can always bother me. Part of the service here at the Galloway Seasons. Todd giggle escapes your lips as he gestures with grandeur towards the motel. Looks like any other roadside motel ever. He may be weird, and the look in his eyes is no less intense than Preacher Man, but he clearly found his life's calling in running this place. Here you go. Let me know if anything bothers you, but I doubt it. It's clean, it's usually quiet, unless someone mistakes the parking lot for a party location again. If that happens, just yell at them and tell them that I make me come out and deal with it. It usually works. Thank you. Don't mention it. You pay me for it? And now you should really catch some sleep. You look rough, if you don't mind me saying. He's gone before you can have a chance to say goodbye or take a proper offense at this calling you rough looking. But you are too tired to put up a bunch of a fight anyways. You open the door and step inside. This is all yours now, and for the frighteningly cheap compared to a month's rent in the city. In fact, your savings will probably stretch much further than you thought they would. You decided to stick it out in here for a bit. It's not the worst place you could have ended up in. It was decent. Ben didn't lie about it just being clean. Truth be told, though, you would have gladly dealt with worse if it meant that you finally get a mattress under yourself. You close your eyes and fall asleep before you can even take your socks off. Wake up late with the sun already up. You have no feeling for what time it actually is. Probably time for some coffee though, even if it's horrible gas station coffee. Especially that. You need something that makes you regret and wish to forget. Feels something at least. Can't believe this place. Well, this is where I end up. Being thankful for a roadside motel room could be considered a low point on its own, but that's not even counting how far out this place really is. Galloway? Less like the cattle, more like an actual walk to the gallows. Fuck my life. Good morning. Oh hey, you're Charlie, aren't you? I'm Lucy. Nice to meet you. Word travels fast. Not every day that someone takes a bus without knowing where it takes them that ends up in Galloway. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, walking aimlessly is probably how everyone else ended up here at some point. I'm not sure if anyone really ever made a conscious choice to live out here. I guess someone must have at some point, but everyone I know pretty much was born here and never got to make a choice, or wound up here due to life being life. I'm kidding, of course, don't mind me. I really like it here. And something tells me that so will you. You think so? Why? Because you clearly like a good adventure. You proved as much already. And boy, do we have a lot of places for adventurers out here. Really? Like what? Like, I don't know. Where to even start? Oh. The image is not found. This is just a demo, by the way, but, you know. Just so you're aware. You have abandoned scrapyards in the woods, decaying industrial cranes, and of course we have the whole bayou to explore. People say to not go to any of these places, and they say it is dangerous to go there, so that's gotta count as an adventure, right? You see Lucy as she talks, and you can tell immediately that she is trouble? Trouble how? Not just like, you know, that she'll drag you along, never be down with her. The only question left to answer is whether that's a good or bad thing. I guess you are way too cute for this kind of adventure, so I recommend visiting the diner instead. You make good cake, if that's more your style. Her eyes dare you to take offense. Her grin dares you to say no. Safe. Loud. I don't know. I know, right? Well, if you ever feel like exploring the area like it's supposed to be explored, then you know where to find me. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, wait, that's not the option I wanted. We'll do the top one. Feel adventurous enough to try your coffee. Oh, I mean, right hook this early in the day? What can I say? I get cranky when I haven't had any of my coffee. Don't we all? Oh, there's an illness that can be cured. Here you go. Thank you. This isn't just as bad as I thought it would be. Don't look like you're surprised. Well, if you ever feel like exploring the area like it's supposed to be, okay, yeah. Now, excuse me, I have work to do before the banshee starts screeching at me again. The banshee? Well, Ben as in Ben, and then she as in she/him. I guess his parents knew what they were doing. Joe kind of writes itself. Aha, good one. He didn't look that scared at me though. No, he's fine. Fine enough to laugh when someone makes a joke about him. Doesn't mean that he's not hiding here somewhere, waiting to scare me. I'm sure he does. Right, so I wouldn't want to anger the spirit. See you around, crazy pants. That Lucy heads off to nowhere in particular, trying hard to look busy in a place that already is clean and orderly. As for you, there's a whole town to explore. Alright, well I guess we're going to visit the diner. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Diner looks like any other small town diner ever has, and yet it somehow looks a little special. It buzzes with energy, people coming and going, chatting on their way to their favorite tables. Feels like a glimpse into a times-long loss. People still politely respected each other. Before they even had their first coffee. Okay, well, they'll have an image for Millie, so for that. Welcome to Galloway, Charlie. Now don't say it, of course. I know who you are. It's my job to know everything and everyone. You study the woman in front of you, getting pulled downstream by her torrent of bubbly happiness and dedication. Hi, a bird told me I can get a coffee here. Oh, of course you can. Some even say it's the best coffee you can get in a 50-mile radius. Isn't that the only place for a 50-mile radius? Sounds about right. Anyway, sit yourself down while I find you a mug. Milk? Milk and sugar, please. Coming right up. You sit down and watch as life passes you by, studying the people of this peculiar town as they go about their daily lives. They seem to be in various stages of being at ease with themselves or not, but the one thing that unites them is that nobody seems to be in a rush. They hear people stop and they pause and they are held up and held back. Nobody has an early morning meltdown yet. Life truly is different out here than you are used to. There aren't even the tech busybodies to be heard or seen. Nobody has hit anyone with a handbag yet. You can't help but miss your early morning dose of daily craziness. Here you go, dear. Let me know if you don't want to be bothered, but I figured you might have questions about life out here. Just let me know if I can help you with anything. Guess you might as well just ask her a bit of everything, honestly. Place you recommend visiting? Well, let's see. You won't really find a lot of tourist attractions or the like out here. That doesn't mean it gets boring or anything. If you want to meet new people, then just go where everyone goes. The diner, the church, the gas station as well. Oh, and we have a drive-in cinema, of course. It's always a party. They do that once every month. You can check the dates on their flyers. Any places I shouldn't visit? Oh, looking for an adventure, are we? Well, he'll warn you of something out here. It's usually a good idea to just listen. The old bayou is dangerous on a purely practical level. Easy to get lost or topple your boat and just drown. And that's before you factor in what people say about witches and ghosts and monsters who are supposedly all hiding out there. Not that I necessarily believe in any of that stuff, but a lot of people around here will tell you that have seen things that cannot be explained. So my advice is to be careful about where you go until you know the area better. And it's never a bad idea to take someone with you, or at least let them know where you're going. More fun too. How hard is it to find work out here? Well, if it's work you're looking for, there's plenty of that around here. Finding someone who's willing to pay you for it, that's one's much harder. Kidding aside though, there are several places you can ask, starting with me here. I could use another hand to take over some shifts, even if I'm staying a little longer. And let me know in a week or two how you like it here, and if you like it, I can show you how things work around here. Just don't expect to get rich, but don't expect to be poor either. I'm sure you can also ask Ben and Lucy if they need another set of hands. I'm sure they would like a day off every now and then. Poor girl works so much and she's still so young. Apart from that, maybe polish some doorknobs with all the local businesses. I'm sure one or two of them can use some help here and there. Truth be told, pretty much everyone here works odd jobs and side jobs and multiple jobs. Maybe going off the building is always busy with something. You just gotta know how to handle him. You will find him weird. I like him though. Thank you. How long have you lived here? Gosh, forever now. I actually wasn't born here like most people are. My parents moved here with me when I was too little to know anything about the world. It's a new house that my grandfather built. My dad actually ran his diner for many years and then he passed it down to me. And I had running ever since. The family has been here for a long, long time now. Lucy said something about having to try out your pies. She said that? Oh, you gotta try my blueberry pie. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I guess we'll try this blueberry pie. It's amazing. I know, right? I keep surprising myself and I have made it dozens and dozens of times now. I guess if Lucy keeps bringing me business, I gotta give her a free slice every now and then. Bet she will like that. All the questions I had. Sure thing. Let me know if that changes. And welcome to Galloway again. She leaves you behind, back to making her rounds like a prison guard observing her very own inmates. But she does right by them with coffee and pie, and her inmates thank her by not giving her a prison riot. I guess we'll go to the church. You walk through the streets, suddenly find yourself in front of the massive church doors. It's been a while since you've seen a church from the outside, and even longer since you walked into one, much less talked to a priest. But again, Ray is hardly your typical priest. I didn't even know he was one until he said it a few times. Honestly, he doesn't have the attire of a typical priest. Hey, anyone here? Oh, it's you again. Glad you found your way into my humble church. On your own free will, even. I want to say thank you again. Don't mention it. Would have helped you even if it wasn't literally part of my job description. I'm just glad you trusted me enough. It's really not safe so far outside the city center. You were really that dangerous out here? You watch it visibly searching for the right words to answer you. Not necessarily the people I worry about. What do you mean? It'll sound weird coming out of my mouth, but it's the bayou itself. People sometimes go missing around here. It isn't always the cute young woman who trusts the wrong stranger at the wrong bus stop. The bayou is treacherous on the best of days, even for people who know it by heart. Sometimes you think you know a path, but you end up in a completely different place. The water level rises or falls, suddenly the whole area looks different. Swamp has its way to lure you to elsewhere, and you always gotta remember that no real maps of this place exist. On a grand scale, sure, you can find a map that tells you where the big roads are, but you could fall face first into a puddle just a couple of feet off that main road. You would drown and nobody would find you for years. I really don't scare you or anything, but I really want to drive home the point that anything outside the city isn't safe the way you might be used to it from the big city, especially at night. What can I say? Something drew me into here. Okay. Well, I'm sure you came for a reason, right? Some people who come here seek something. Tell you more about the history of Galloway? Oh, okay. See, is it true what they say about priests? What would it be that people say about priests? Don't take baths holy water, that you don't give nectar for marriage. Baths holy water. Oh, I guess. Okay. It is a demo, so I guess there's nothing for those options at the moment. Any cool places to explore? Oh, okay. Well, let's see what I can do. Alright, so there was nothing I can do in regards to getting past that point. I think that's as far as I'm able to go. I believe mostly because it's just a demo and that's as far as they've gotten so far. Oh. Shoot. Yeah, there's no about section either. I just tried that. But Banished to the Bayou, so that's what we got so far. Look at a body down there too. It's wild. So yeah, that's all there is so far, I believe, for the moment, unless y'all find something else, of course. Everything for this game will be in the description below if y'all are curious about this, or if you want to just follow it, you know, in development, and play it when it's fully released, but is still in development right now, as you saw. So hopefully this piqued your interest. I think it's definitely cool. You know, there's a lot, you know, a room to expand this. A lot of potential, honestly. I do like the story, the whole mystery when it comes to the bayou and people missing and everything. How it's just like I guess a random town. You know, and our character is just, I guess, trying to find themselves in this random town, but it has a lot of promise. It's really cool so far. So, Banished to the Bayou. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, don't hesitate to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. With that being said, I'm going to end it here. So, hope y'all had a good day, a good yesterday, and better tomorrow. And I will catch y'all in the next video.